What's going on, everyone? This is Jags Central, and I hope you're all doing well. Didn't go to the game today here in London, but oh my, what a dominating performance from the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is what we love to see. The Jags win 32-16, beating the New England Patriots, now with a record of 2-5. In my season prediction video, funnily enough, I had our record at this stage flipped at 5-2. So I thought we would be 5-2 at the moment. I'll pin it somewhere here so you guys can have a look at how bad I flopped with my predictions coming into this season. But let's just get into the game. And let's just start with the Jaguars offense. They struggled early in the first few drives. And I was thinking, oh my, last week, it was flipped the other way because we started really well. And I thought, all right, cool, this is going to be a good game. As in from the Jacksonville Jaguars offense, and it didn't pan out to be a good one. But this week I was thinking, all right, cool, damn, they're struggling, and now it's just brought what they did last week into this week. But they showed significant improvement afterwards, and essentially that basically led us to the win. We had a really, really slow start. The Jaguars were trailing 10-0 early in the game before we came back and scored 25 straight unanswered points. But with the offense, there is so much praise to go around, but I think it's fair and only fair to start with the offensive line. Like, we have been on the offensive line for the past year, or even more than that, to be honest. But today, they played a crucial role in the team's strong performance, especially in the running game. They created running lanes, they blocked defenders on the inside zones amazingly, they protected Trevor Lawrence, and just allowed the running backs to gain yards and just wear down the Patriots defense. And at one point, we did 17 straight runs because the offensive line was just dominating the defensive line of the New England Patriots and the linebackers. And another thing that we have to also mention, 0 sacks given up by the offensive line. If we ignore last week's performance, I can't remember how many sacks they gave up now, but I think it was around 4 sacks. But in the last 4 games, or the last 3 games, ignoring last week, so the Colts and the Texans, they've only given up 1 sack, and they've let Tank Bigsby run for 100 yards twice. So that is amazing from the offensive line. And if the offensive line is playing well, what else does it open up? Explosive plays. And this is what we've been waiting for and expecting this season, which is why I expected us to be 5-2 at this point, because of explosive play ability. It plays into the strength of Trevor Lawrence, and also the offense just came alive with that with several big plays, but including that 58 touchdown pass. Not 58 touchdown pass, sorry, that big pass that led to the touchdown for Brian Thomas Jr. And then also we had that 97-yard punt return by Parker Washington. Essentially, that put us up 22-10 at halftime. Of course, the game's not over at that point, but the way the offense was playing and also the way the defense was playing, it was trending in the right direction. And then also the running attack, we didn't have Travis Etienne today, but we had Tanks Bigsby and Deonis Johnson. And yeah, Tanks Bigsby effectively just ran the ball, gaining yards after yards after yards, and just wearing down the Patriots defense. And the one thing that I've got onto the Jaguars offense for this season and also last season was also third down conversions, but it didn't matter because the offensive line and the running game was just moving the chains and getting the third down conversions. We were 60%, I think 6 out of 10 for third downs. 0-1 for fourth down, but that's fine. Didn't end up mattering in the end. And Tanks Bigsby had 26 carries, 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. So this is his second game of the season, and second time this season where he has over 100 yards and multiple touchdowns. And then also we can't go away from Trevor Lawrence. An efficient game from Trevor Lawrence. Didn't pass it so much in the second half, but he was 15 for 20, 193 yards, 1 touchdown, and he's been playing very, very well lately. And it's not a surprise since the O-line has been playing better, and he also had no turnovers as well. So this is the team I expected coming into this season, and hopefully moving forward, this is what we see. Going on to the defense now, the Jaguars defense struggled to get off the field in the first quarter, and I was really, really worried in the beginning of the game as well, because one thing I mentioned in last week's review is that if the defense is playing well, the offense plays well, and if the defense is not playing well, the offense doesn't play well. So hopefully I said the defense just now, but they were committing multiple penalties. The Patriots were just driving down the field. They got a touchdown straight away, but they showed improvements immediately in the second quarter and moving forward. And in the second half, they only had, I think, oh, sorry, not in the second half, sorry. In the third quarter, they only had 14 yards, and they had that big drive at the end where we turned over in fourth downs. Drake May made some big plays, and they ended up getting a touchdown. But other than that, the defense played really, really well. They, number one, like stopping the run, like they effectively contained the Patriots running game, and they literally had minimal gains. They were getting to Drake May. I know we only got 2 sacks in the game, but the pressure was there from the defensive line. The linebackers were generating pressure, and they were making him make quick decisions, and it just limited his effectiveness. And also the coverage. I know we had Tyson Campbell back today, but the coverage from the team, tight coverage, the secondary play, tight coverage all over the place. And that also made it more difficult for Drake May to find his plays, because he can see the pressure's coming, and he still can't wait for the plays to develop, because the coverage was super, super tight, and there were so many pass breakups, and there should have been 2 interceptions from Cisco and also Tyson Campbell as well. And the other thing I want to talk about is Trayvon Walker. Like, another great game today. A sack in the fourth quarter basically helped us seal the win. Devin Lloyd and Ventrell Miller, like them two linebackers are playing amazing. Like, they both combined for 20 tackles. Like Ventrell Miller, he has been amazing. Like, I know Foye Oluokwan's going to be back, or probably going to be back next week against the Packers, but Ventrell Miller has stepped in and played really, really well despite our record at 2-5. But yeah, like, they were really, really good on defense all over the place as usual. But now the question is, who are the Jacksonville Jaguars? We've seen the worst of Jacksonville Jaguars, and also we've seen the bad, and we've also seen the in-between, which is against the Texans and maybe the Browns as well. But yeah, and also this team could easily be 5-2 as I predicted, or even 4-3. Like, if it wasn't for that fumble from Travis Etienne against Miami, that is a win. And also the Browns, I feel like that is a game we should have won. And then also the Texans, where we had chances to win the game. So we could easily be 5-2. The 2 games, I think there's no doubt about it, is the Bills, where we got smoked, and also the Chicago Bears, where we got smoked as well. But looking at our fixtures coming up, it is not looking any good. Next week, we play at home against the Green Bay Packers, and the Green Bay Packers got Jordan Love back, and they are playing amazing. And then we've got the Eagles on Monday night in Philadelphia. The Eagles are no slouch. And then we got the Vikings, who I assumed would have been an easy win, but they are 5-0 at the moment while they're playing. But yeah, I literally don't know what to about that Vikings game. I think it's not going to be an easy game. Then we got the Lions in Detroit before our bye week, and then after our bye week, we've got the Texans, the Titans. Yeah, it is not looking good. It is not looking good. I think if we manage, so we've got 4 games before the bye week. If we manage to win 3 out of those 4 games, then we set ourselves up really, really well for getting into the playoffs. But let's see. Let's just take it one game at a time. Let's play the Green Bay Packers. Let's beat the Packers. Then we focus on Monday night in Philadelphia. But it's nice to see the Jaguars get back to winning ways, and hopefully it goes into next week as well. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and also comment your thoughts as well. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.